There we go. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Good morning.
I hope everyone's having a fabulous day so far. We are getting washed out over here in Connecticut. Lots of rain today. It's kind of scary out there. I don't know if you saw anything on the news this morning, but there's roads washed out and there's a lot of...
Oh, yeah. I saw Woodbury, Connecticut is having some issues up there with their water, but I guess it's kind of all over the state, right?
It definitely is. I'm sure in other states because we just got a ton of rain.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why we're inside, because it's pouring out, or it's very wet out. And just a little bit of grace if you guys hear my animals today. But we're happy to be here. So happy Monday. And I'm going to dive right into my coffee cup. So my name is Rebecca Bertoldi. I'm a digital marketer. And my coffee cup this week is my Hogwarts cup. And when you put the liquid in it, all of this, the scene around here all shows up. So it's a fun mug. We have a few of these like heat kind of mugs.
Neat. That's pretty neat.
How about yours?
Hi, I'm Tara Bratz. My business is Tara Lee Interior Design. I'm an interior designer for residential commercial properties. I'm a stager for realtors and a party designer. And this is my mug.
Nice.
I love polka dots. I have polka dot socks, polka dots everywhere.
Excuse me, Stella. We're trying to talk to people here. Shush, please.
Stella wants to be involved.
Stella wants to be in here so badly, but she actually makes quite a bit of noise when she is in here, even though she's making quite a bit of noise right now. So if I can, like we had the Touch a Truck and School Supply Drive this weekend. It was so much fun. These little kids, like just the look on their faces as they were able to sit inside of like fire trucks and police cars and race cars and then seeing really big, like there was a tree company that came, and the like the piece of the truck that goes like go all the way up high.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like almost like a crane, right? I think it's called a boom.
Oh,
and
yes.
The boom was huge. And there was like this piece at the end of it with, I'm sure it was some kind of like cable or something. And they strapped the person to that and lowered them down into the trees to cut the really big trees. I thought that was just crazy. If you saw how high this thing was in the air, it was absolutely nuts. But the kids loved every second of it. We ended up raising, we got quite a bit of donations for the school supplies. Some people showed up with a couple things and some people showed up with bags of things.
Wow.
So
that's wonderful.
It was absolutely amazing. We were so grateful for every donation that we got. And this week we're going to fill the backpacks, get everything that we may be missing. And then at the end of the week, they go to their rightful owners now.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I am so grateful to everybody that came out, to everyone that helped us make the event a success. It was really a great time, and the kids absolutely loved it. And we got to do a really good thing for other local kids in the area.
Yeah, that's really wonderful.
Yeah, so that was all great.
Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, but you had your own exciting things going on this weekend.
Yeah, there was a lot going on this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Terrificon was at Mohegan, which was a big event for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It attracted so many people throughout the world, really.
Oh, I bet.
Different costumes.
What's funny is there was somebody that was going to come to our event, but because of yours, they couldn't make it.
Right.
So one of the ladies in our networking group has someone in her family that has a 3D printer and makes these crazy costumes.
Really?
Yeah. So
yeah, some are very elaborate.
Right. So it was definitely really cool. I'm sure you saw a lot of creativity there.
We did. Some celebrities too walked by. And the lines were pretty long, but they moved pretty quick.
Which celebrities?
They were all like cartoon.
Okay.
Superheroes. Superheroes. But kids were very excited.
Oh, I bet they were.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, our event was free, so.
I don't know. It was an enjoyable weekend, though. There was a lot going on, and it's just always a fun time being there at Mohegan. So
Yeah, I'm sure it's always interesting to be
yes.
there.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so that was our weekends.
Yeah.
And what kind of projects are you working on this week?
So I'm wrapping up the condo in Old Saybrook.
Nice.
Today's my last day to take everything out because it sold, and after staging it for a month. So that will be it. I'll be closing the door today. A new one may pop up soon, so stay tuned. I have a living room design in Norwich that I'll be working on, and I'll be meeting with a client this week. Actually,
so is that
tomorrow.
more about like furnishing, or is that?
Yeah, so they have some furniture in there. They do have some animals, so they want to wait on the furniture. But basically, it's definitely moving furniture. They have a lot of different traffic flows coming into this particular room, which is very challenging. Kitchen into a peninsula. Okay. Into this little area where it's not really defined what it is. So I think a settee may go in there, little sitting nook. But it is a little tricky. Yeah. I can see how the homeowners are having a challenging time with it.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's furniture placement, stuff like that, adding decor. So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And I meet with her tomorrow.
Very cool.
And I'm still at Palmer Street. So yeah, my client and I, we talked about chairs that we had purchased just recently. They're pretty nice chairs. I'll have to show you a picture. Well, eventually you'll see the whole project. However, so yeah, I have them at the lady that does my upholstery. So she is stripping the chair, and then I'm taking it to Westerly, Rhode Island to have them painted or stained.
Nice.
We haven't decided. And then the fabric we're ordering as well. It's really a crazy pattern, but it's super colorful and fun, and it will go with a lot of his decor now. So it's a fun times there on Palmer Street.
Nice. When do you want to use crazy patterns?
It depends. Sometimes it doesn't fall into the client's, vision or their scope of what they would like to see in their house. So I have to be very careful with that. But Palmer Street, again, is very bold and bright, and he's not afraid of color. Right. He's not afraid of pattern on pattern as well. Okay. You have to be very careful with that. That's just like mixing golds and silvers together in one room. You have to be careful with that. Even like browns and grays, you can combine them, but you have to make sure you do it a certain way.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is going on. I have a bar mitzvah coming up for party design, and that is coming up in November. But we're actually sitting down this week to discuss the plans for that. Nice. So I can get going and move forward with that. It's going to be a Hobbit theme. Oh. So I'm very excited. But again, Burnfield's coming up September 1st. So hopefully I can find a lot of my decor and whatever I need for that up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, we're going to go yard sailing or Goodwill or something like that. We'll have to go together.
Yeah, definitely.
How about your week? What's going on with you?
It's something funny I've been running into a little bit. There's a lot of people out there that are used to old school marketing, like flyers and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of that still works in certain situations. But when you try to convert a flyer to a web page, people are getting a little kind of stuck with that. And I've had three cases where they're like, I don't understand why my flyer isn't translating. They don't say translating well. They say, why does it look so weird on the web?
Yeah.
And I think a good rule of thumb is if let's say somebody hands you a flyer, you can kind of see everything on that flyer, all the color, the way it was meant to be laid out. it all is cohesive and you're seeing it in one shot. But now think about when you're on a website, you're not seeing the whole thing together. You're getting like the top quarter of it. So in a lot of cases, it's just not very compelling. So when you're designing something for the web world, there's different rules you have to play by. You have to, before someone even scrolls, like make sure that they know within 3 seconds what your page is, like what you're doing, why they're there, and what action you want them to take. So I've been getting some resistance from clients and I don't know if I offended them. I may have. I think I need to work on my wording a little bit, but somebody sent me something and said, would this work for my website? Mm-hmm. And I said, I don't believe so.
Okay.
And it was like it looked like a flyer that they had blown up into like a big poster for an event. And she said, well, I signed 3 people at that event. And I said, well, I'm going to guess that it was you, not the flyer. It wasn't really pretty. Mm-hmm. And it was just all text. So the language wasn't very compelling to make people stop and read it. Mm-hmm. It was just a lot of text.
Maybe a lot of words.
Right? It was a lot. Yeah, sorry. A lot of words, a lot of copy on the flyer.
And that kind of probably is kind of busy for people to actually stop and read, right?
Right.
Because a lot of people I notice in my business is they don't read.
Right. That's mine too.
People don't read. So I have to repeat a couple times. So maybe they get it in 1, 2, or 3 lines a different way. But so did you have that conversation with her? How did you leave it?
Well, we were supposed to meet last week, and then she had to reschedule to this week.
Okay.
But she's been writing me back saying, I don't understand why you're saying this is bad. So feel that's why I feel like I may have offended her, and which wasn't my intention.
You may not have, though. Maybe it's just like communication on why you feel that way. Right.
And I wanted to show her examples and bring her through it while we were on the call.
Right.
So, yeah.
Maybe let's just talk this out a little bit. Maybe you could kind of say, give her some like pointers on why at that time, because all she's probably hearing is it's not good.
Right.
And you left it until you're going to meet with her. So it puts this negative spin on it, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Where she's confused.
Right.
Because I know for me, what you do, I don't understand. I am a designer, but it's different with what you do. Mm-hmm. It still falls under, I think, creative aspect of being creative, right? Mm-hmm. But I still don't understand what you do. You could take me so far and I'm lost.
Yeah.
So it's almost like maybe some people just need a little bit more hand.
Definitely. And I'm happy to do that. Like, I never want it to be a case where people just feel like they're like I'm just telling them what to do. Like, that's not it. She sent me the picture of it. She said, do you think this is good? And I said, you can use that for now, but we need to tweak it to have more language that speaks to your audience. And she said, that's when she was like, well, I signed 3 people from this flyer. And I said, I don't think it was a flyer. It was her. It was because she was there. She was talking to them and they got to see her brilliance.
Okay.
So I apologize for the dog, everyone.
It's all right. It's not with us today.
So, yeah, it's one of those things. And when you're trying to translate a flyer to a website, it's so important to have a strong hook. And a hook is just a statement that lets the reader know, the person that's viewing it, what exactly it is that they're going to get by if they continue to scroll down or if they work with you or whatever call to action you're going to have on there. So you only have moments for that to work.
Right.
So if you are in her case, if you're just putting up a wall of text, you're not going to get anybody. It needs to be
because they
laid
see
out
too
well.
many words and then they're gone. That's just like for my case in staging, right? Mm-hmm. So your potential client, isn't sitting there with you in the house yet, right? So I literally have 3 clicks online to capture them, to get them to that door. So it's crucial. Just like for you, it's
Mhm.
crucial to be able to capture that person fast.
Right.
Right. And keep them there.
Yes. So I know for me, I have just seconds with that hook to get them to stay on the page and want to continue scrolling.
Right.
From there, I need to make the whole page skimmable because, again, people don't read.
No, fast. They
Yeah.
want to see it fast. They want to know what's going on, when it's going to happen.
Yep.
So they can go.
Exactly. So a great way to do that for anyone that's watching is if you, set up your page, you want to make sure you have graphics in there because what happens a lot of the times is people will build their pages on desktop. And then when it goes to mobile, they don't realize that they've filled their screen with text.
I see. Okay.
So you want to make sure that you have some separation there. You want to make sure you have some headings that people, even if people just go through and read the bold words on the page, that they're going to have a sense of what the page is about and why they should
That makes
sign up.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah.
We talked it out, right?
Yeah.
Talked it out. Came
So
to some sort of solution, maybe
Yeah.
some ending here to maybe help your client.
mhm.
But I think that was good. So maybe that's just all it is. Maybe she's just confused by it.
I think so. Because
I understand that because sometimes I am when if it even comes to my website, you
Right.
know,
Right.
which you need to look at, by the way.
So yeah, there's a lot of different ways that we can communicate online, and it's just different from old school marketing. And I used to do old school marketing, so I get it. I understand where the transition was, and how you had to make everything happen. And with the way our attention spans are these days, it's just so much.
Everybody's so busy. They're in their own world, right?
Yeah,
It's
like we have like a
different world out
3-second, like we're goldfish now, so like we
Yeah.
have
there.
the
It's like fast pace,
mhm.
gone.
That's why like Google wants websites to load at like 2 seconds on a 3G network. Like they want your sites loading fast because people just don't have the patience. And I feel like sometimes I'm like, okay, 2 seconds really. But then if I'm on a site and it's not, and I have a white screen for more than like 3 seconds, I'm like, I'm out. If nothing's even trying to load. No.
Yeah. I don't know.
So I get
it's
it.
the way of the world too, though.
It is. Yeah.
And it's hard because even the kids coming up now, everybody's in their phones and communication, I feel like, is just not there.
It isn't.
No.
And I don't know if it's just me. I don't understand what young people are saying anymore.
I don't either. I just had this conversation with my friends. I'm like, what are they saying? Because I don't understand.
Yeah.
None of it makes any sense to me.
No, it makes no sense.
It was for you.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just had this conversation with someone and I was like, I don't know what they're saying. Am I supposed to know?
Yeah, even Kyle, my fiance Kyle, sometimes he says things to me. I'm like, can you tell it to me like I'm in my 40s, please? Like he's 5 years younger, but he has it almost seems like he's 10 years younger sometimes with the way our generation split.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I see it. Mm-hmm.
And it's weird to me to think of like growing up without having the like when we grew up, we were before technology and then we eased into it. And I can't imagine what it's like to actually just grow up with all the technology.
I can't either.
Like, at least for me, I was able to get through. Like, I had a cell phone when I was a teenager, but it wasn't a smartphone.
You know what I had? It looked like I was going to the moon. It was like this huge cell phone.
The Zach Morris phone.
Put it up and you had to pull his antenna out. Now, I'm telling you how old I am, I think.
I had a beeper.
I did too.
My mother got me a beeper.
I did too.
Everyone thought I was a drug dealer. They were like, are you a drug dealer? Is that why you have a beeper?
That is so funny. I forgot about them. Oh, that is too much. Yeah, but the kids are like, they're constantly like this. And then they're walking with it.
When I was in California, it was like that everywhere. Like I had to really pay attention when I was driving, like through San Francisco, because no one's paying attention.
No, I was in a restaurant the other day and I looked around and nobody was communicating with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all on their phones. I don't know.
It's a weird thing. And for me, like I love taking pictures of my food, but then I notice as soon as I do that, the phone stays out.
Oh, right.
You know, so I try not to.
Yeah,
I just try to be present.
I do too. I think it's calmer. I'm
Mhm.
like calmer when
Yeah.
I'm not on my phone.
Yeah.
I think sometimes the phone can cause anxiety, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
So I remember if I'm waiting for a phone call, you just left the house and you came back and you're like, oh, one message,
Right.
you know, and now you're carrying that around waiting for the phone to ring. It's a bit much.
Mhm.
Can be. And for younger kids, I can't even imagine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, at least we can put that down, but
I forgot my phone here one day when we went to my mother's.
it's weird, isn't
It
it?
is weird. It took me a little while to realize I didn't even have it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh well.
Yeah.
Nothing I can
It
do.
actually feels pretty good. Feels pretty good.
I survived.
Yeah.
You know, it was a
Right.
few hours. We did a find my phone thing on that because on the
Yeah.
Apple phones you can see where your friends'
Yeah.
phones are, just to make sure it wasn't like at the gas station or
lost
something.
somewhere.
Yeah, it was here. I was like, okay, well,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It is. I know. Because when I was growing up, you know, we went out and I had a great childhood.
We went outside.
Yeah, we went outside and we had soccer balls, kickballs. We had big kickball games at night, and you know, we were out till dusk. And
We had a trampoline. We would flip around on that freaking thing all the time.
yeah, there was kids in the neighborhood. We were from house to house. It was just such a nice childhood. You know, that I'm very blessed to have.
Yeah.
But even when I was raising my kids, I mean, outside, there's plenty to do outside.
Right.
They didn't have video games. And my son actually thanked me a couple months ago for that. He says, you know what? I'm not into, he's 25. He's not into video games. He's working and he's doing very well for himself right now. So
nice.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. I told him, work isn't going to find you on the sofa.
Right.
Go.
Yeah, when we grew up, and I'm still friends with, like, on Facebook with all the people like in our neighborhood.
Oh, I see.
And
that's nice.
You know, we would collectively walk to like all around the neighborhood, and then because I grew up in a small town in New York, and there was a lake, and there was the people around the lake, and then there was us across the street up the mountain from the lake. So we would walk all the way up the mountain. We would go down to see our friends by the lake. It was a long way. But man, we were walking everywhere, walking and riding our bikes all the time.
Yeah.
And
we did too. I was always on the bike.
And it was, yeah, we do some things that would, you know, get us in trouble too. But, you know, that's part of being a childhood, you know, being in childhood. But I was so glad, like, as I get older, I'm like, thank God YouTube was not available when we were younger, because there'd be a lot of stupid stuff on YouTube from us. Like, I'm just glad that that's not there. But yeah, it was completely different than the way it is now.
Yeah.
My mother's the one that brought the video games into the house. She'd like to play Zelda.
Oh, okay.
And then I would get onto Super Mario Kart.
My mom says a flip phone, and she refuses to text. So I can't even send her a picture if I want to.
That's funny.
Yeah. So we were outside.
Yeah.
Playing sports. I played softball. Played softball at high school too. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah. Me and my brother outside. So yeah.
Yeah, we used to. And there was. I'm sure we walked like miles every day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And the ice cream man knew us so well. Like we would always get ice cream from him.
Oh, we didn't have the ice cream man. We lived on a hill and with woods with cows and yeah. It's funny. I was just having this conversation about manure. Do you get the breeze from the farm up
I do sometimes.
Yeah. Well, my parents live a little bit closer to the farm because that's where I was raised. But it smells like home to me. It probably does not to you.
It does not smell like home to me.
It can be pretty strong. But chicken manure is another story.
Yeah.
That is not. It does not smell like home. But cow manure. I remember one day we were going. I was probably 10 years old, and my mom had said to me, "Go out to the pool and empty the, take all the leaves out of the pool." And we were headed down to Ocean Beach,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the place to go when we were younger. You got dressed up and you went down there, and it was a lot of fun, and played miniature golf and walked the boardwalk. But I remember falling into the pool. As I was all dressed up, I fell into the pool. So my sneakers got wet, and she said to me, "Go put them on the front, step to dry." So I put them out there, and when I went out there, there was like 20 cows in our yard. That's how close we are to the farm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. But good times.
Yeah, they definitely would have had to make their way down, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that it's that close around the corner, but
yeah,
I had to walk down the hill.
But it's far enough for a lot of cows to come down the hill.
For it to be odd. Yeah.
Huh.
We had a peacock in the yard too one day.
Oh.
I don't know where the peacock came from, but it was in my mom's flower garden.
We get mostly the deer here, and we get what are they called? The vultures.
Turkey vultures?
Turkey vultures and turkeys.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes we see them go by too. She doesn't know what to do with herself.
My neighbor called me one day and she said, "Tara, you have animals in your yard." And I said, "What kind of animals?" And she says, "Well, there's 12 of them." So I raced home because she couldn't tell me what they were. There was 12 goats in my yard. Yeah.
And was your grass mowed or eaten?
It was eaten, but not, well, I would like them to stay there and eat all of it, but I think they like my flowers too. They actually came down from my neighbors, and I didn't even know my neighbors had them.
Oh. So
they live up and back behind me. And then the other neighbor has a pig.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have, the animals that come through here are just wild. There's a woman down the road that has a bunch of she has like a mini farm. And I remember the first time Stella saw the pigs, she's looking at it like, I don't even know what this is. So I was like, yeah, that's a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a lot of fairs coming up.
Absolutely.
It's going to get chilly, I feel like, soon.
I
feel like
wait.
It's going to go. We're going to be right in it.
Yes.
But I'm looking forward to September. There's a lot of fairs and
the whole wedding thing.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Getting married in about 5 weeks. And
super exciting.
Yeah. I think we have just about everything done. Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too. And you know what, guys? You can help me hold this visual. We've had a lot of sightings of the Northern Lights here in the Northeast this year. And I would love that for my wedding. So I'm going to hold that.
Oh.
We get, somebody posted a picture of Northern Lights on Block Island, and oh my God.
Really?
Since there's like no light pollution out there, you got to really see it.
That's pretty neat.
So that's what I want for my wedding. That's my gift from Mother Nature. It's going to be amazing either way.
Oh, Block Island's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
We'll be out there celebrating with you. So it'll be nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so the crisp air and pumpkin spice.
Yay.
What else?
I'm going to have like 1,000 gourds down there. They've completely taken over my garden, and I believe they're growing everywhere.
I think they're so neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get some good pumpkins again this year. Try to remember to save the seeds.
Do you like pumpkin pie, stuff like that?
I don't mind. I make pumpkin smoothies sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just to mix it up a little bit. Because every day I have the same smoothie in the morning. It's always my blueberries with chocolate, protein powder, and some other things. But sometimes, there was like a way that I made a pumpkin pie smoothie without all the sugar and everything else.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the look of pumpkins more than I like to eat them.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of pumpkin spice or anything like that.
I don't mind pumpkin spice coffee. Sometimes the spice bothers me, but
Yeah, I'll have pumpkin pie, but I don't know.
only on Thanksgiving, really. That's the only time I have it.
Yeah,
Yeah. My sister does a great job making it, so.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, the holidays will soon be rolling around here,
Mm-hmm.
which will be nice.
I know. I was trying to think of, do I actually have the time to switch my house over to fall decor before relatives arrive at the end of September?
Mm,
I know. Because
maybe.
that one is, well, fall is usually like a 3-weekend project. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, because I have so much fall decor. But
it's fun to decorate, right?
it is. I love it.
For the season.
I just don't want to, with all the other pressures going on for the wedding, I don't want to.
Well, you have a lot
too
going
much.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm constantly moving furniture. I feel like lately that's all I do. So my decor for the holidays might be set back just a tad.
Well, I like to be, because with the fall, I love fall. That's my season. And then it switches over the weekend after Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Yes.
So I want a good amount of time with fall. That's why I usually try to do it like the first weekend in October.
Well, what if you started now for fall? We don't have much more time in August.
No. Next weekend is my bridal lunch, and we have to get his suit done. So
that'll be fun.
That's tough. Yeah, maybe. I know. Then I'm like, okay, is this a priority? Because with time the way it is, I'm like, is this really a priority, or I just want it fall because they're coming? Yes, I do.
I know. I brought some. I have brought some of my pumpkins out already.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mine are all in bins up over the garage.
Yeah.
There's like 6 fall bins, 8 Christmas bins.
Oh wow.
And like 3 or 4 spring summer bins. So that gives you an idea of how much is coming.
Yeah. I just don't want the snow to come yet. I don't
No,
know.
I'm not ready for snow, but I'm done with this humidity. I'm done with feeling sticky.
It was a very hot, warm, humid summer, right?
Yeah, we had a Florida summer.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys out there, we want to know what you want to hear about. We would love to bring on some guests and help you solve some problems creatively and learn about local businesses. So reach out to us and let us know what you want. We're happy to
come see you.
Yeah, come see you. You can come in here virtually. There's a lot of options that we have. So we want to bring you what you want.
Yeah.
So let us know.
And eventually I'll bring you into my space as well.
Yes. Yes, definitely. I think we can, we just have to figure out how to get some good Wi-Fi out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little tricky in the woods here.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll figure it out.
We will.
Yeah.
Even if we do a pre-recorded video, we
That's
can always
true.
do that.
Okay.
So yeah, we're so glad that you are here and watched us today.
Yes.
And if you want to see anything else, you'll let us know. In the meantime, we hope you have a fabulous week.
Yes, take care. Thank you again for joining us. It's always a pleasure having you. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.